right, we're going to add our interior walls now. So I'm going to go to my lower level floor plan by double clicking on it in the project browser. And in my architecture tab, I'm going to select the wall tool. And I'm going to use a generic 6-inch wall, which I've used last, so it's already there, but I could, of course, click on it and scroll to find it. For my height, I want a top constraint, so I can set that here, or I can set it up here in my green options bar to the entry level. And for location line, I want a wall center line, and I want to make sure that chain isn't selected. So I'm going to make a wall that's 26 feet over. So before I click on anything, I'm actually going to type in 26, enter. And what that did was it entered that in that temporary blue dimension that was up here. It put in at 26. I'm going to make a line that goes, or a wall that goes straight across my floor plan. Now for the rest of the dimensions on this floor plan's wall, they don't actually give you any measurements. So you just kind of have to do your best to guesstimate where you want these walls to go. So I'm just clicking to start a wall and clicking to end it. Clicking to start a wall, clicking to end it. I'm going to hit escape twice to get out of the command. I can, of course, also click on any of these and use my arrow keys to nudge them into place. But once again, keep in mind there are no specific measurements you need for any of these particular walls. I'm going to go back into the architecture tab, back into the wall command, and I'm going to add in one more wall to separate those two. Next is to modify your walls to make this into a hallway. So to do that, I'm going to use the split wall tool, where I can go to split element, and then I can cut this wall into 2 different pieces. Now, the instructions suggest using trim to then take this wall and make it into a plain corridor, but I personally just like using the blue grips that show up. So if I hit escape twice, I can then select this wall, and I can actually just grab these blue grips and just drag them to the point where their endpoints meet. So I'm just going to click on this blue grip and just drag it up to that endpoint, and I've got a corridor there. I'm going to hit escape on my keyboard again. Now I'm going to go up to my entry level floor plan by double clicking on it in the project browser. And I'm going to go to the wall option. They say right click and do create similar, but I find just clicking on wall is easier. And I'm going to make a wall that has the same, be helpful if it didn't. Keep doing that, there we go. The same kind of center as those. And it goes a ways down. And then over. And another one right here. So once again, these don't have any particular dimensions to them, but we're just trying to match to what the instructions have as best as possible. Once I've got all of these walls done, I'm going to just double hit escape to exit the command and finally save my work so far.